Hi and welcome to the vlog. I am really excited today and kind of exhausted and kind of frazzled, but I had a phone call today from Addenbrooke's Hospital in Cambridge giving me a date for Elin's peg to Mickey surgery. In this vlog I'm going to talk about when the surgery is happening, what Elin and I have to do beforehand. I'm going to tell you about the pre-op assessment that the hospital had with Dad. So if you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing. I'm a special needs mum. I have a 7-year-old with cerebral palsy, gastric issues, seizure disorder. Please hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so, and the notifications bell. And if you like my videos, then please share them so that other people find them, because that really helps me and it helps this channel grow, and I can keep putting out this kind of content for you guys, which I really enjoy doing. I'm feeling sort of slightly today, but that's good. It's good reasons for feeling a bit That's a Mickey button. She's gonna have one of these put into her stomach. I'm actually gonna show this much better. I've got a little clip to put into the video and actually compare different sizes of it, so I'm gonna put that down for now. In my last video about the peg to Mickey, I just said that Elin needs surgery, but she hasn't had her pre-op appointment and we don't know when it's gonna happen. I was actually wrong. She had had her pre-op assessment, but it wasn't with me, it was with Dad. And I hadn't realised that that phone call was actually the pre-op. In the pre-op assessment, they spoke about Elin's adverse reaction to general anaesthetic, and that they're going to do the protocol of putting her to sleep using the gas, but then changing to IV anaesthetic, and they're also going to give her a medicine called clonidine before she wakes up. Clonidine is quite a strong calming medication. One of the things it does is that it sort of dampens signals. We are operating under the assumption that Elin comes out of a general anaesthetic feeling awful, that she's dizzy and disorientated and sick and nauseous, and that this is why a GA puts her in such an incredibly bad state. So the clonidine will dampen all of those feelings. So last time she had surgery, she did have clonidine, and she came out of that GA a bit upset, unhappy, crying, but I could calm her down, I could reach her. Whereas before, when she's been under GA, I've not been able to reach her and she's just been hysterical for hours. Peg to Mickey surgery is fairly straightforward. They're gonna take the existing feeding tube out. They're gonna put one of these in. She's having the surgery early in the morning, and if everything goes as planned and if Elin reacts as planned, we're home the same day. But it's Elin. So they're gonna book a bed in the HDU. HDU stands for High Dependency Unit. They're gonna book a bed for her. Just in case, because this is Elin. Elin doesn't respond normally. So I am expecting at least one night in hospital after this, at least one night. And then there's COVID protocol in every hospital at the moment, where you're going in for surgery and where you're going in for potential inpatient stays. Elin and I have to have COVID swabs done a few days before the operation, and then we have to isolate. So all of that they went through at the pre-op appointment, and then today they rang me from the admissions office and said that we now have a surgery date in exactly 2 weeks' time. It is the 21st of May, Friday 21st of May when I'm recording this. Friday the 4th of June is her expected surgery date. Obviously, if the bed is not available, it might be cancelled last minute. If there's an issue with the COVID swabs, it might be cancelled last minute, or, you know, something might happen. But we are going with the idea that the surgery is happening in 2 weeks' time. So she went through again the timings of it, that we have to be in hospital at 7:15 in the morning, no solids after 2 a.m, no fluids clear fluids after 6 a.m. They have 2 children that are going in for surgery in the morning. Elin's going to be number 2, so we're going to be sitting there waiting for a bit. Great. But we know, obviously we know what to expect. And she also then again went through the COVID swabs. So one of my questions was, can't we do this locally? Because it's an hour's drive to Addenbrooke's. That's a long way to go for a few minutes COVID swab. And it turns out that Bedford Hospital do not accept to swab children going for surgery in other authorities, other hospitals, other care trusts is the word I'm looking for. So apparently there are some hospitals that do, they will do swabs for children who are going in for surgery in other trusts, but Bedford Hospital is not one of them. So we could book online for a local walk-in centre, but that's only supposed to be used for when you have symptoms. So we would have to lie and say we have symptoms in order to get the test booked in, and they may very well refuse us when we get there. So that's a risk. We can order home a test kit and send off, but then of course we are dependent on there not being any issues with that test, it reaching the lab on time and us getting the results on time. And we would have to isolate from taking the test. And then of course there's the kind of going through the post system, additional time to isolate. So at the end of the day, I'm just going to drive off to Cambridge and have it done. So we've been booked in for the morning of the 2nd of June to have our swabs, and then we're going to have to isolate after that. So we'll be isolating the 2nd and the 3rd, and we're going into hospital on the 4th. So after I had that phone call this morning, I have been in touch with the Royal National Orthopaedic Hospital in Stanmore, where Elin is due to have a hip surgery, to tell them that this is now booked, because that means that they can now start looking at when they're going to book her in for her hip surgery. I have been in touch with her teacher, with her school nurse, with her dietitian, with her social worker, and with a respite care provider. She doesn't go there yet, but the plan is that she's going to start going there. And actually this peg to Mickey surgery is necessary for Elin to be able to access respite, because without the Mickey button, the respite care home can't give her blended diet. It's the same issue that we have with school, that we still have to go into school and feed her a blended diet because it's not supported in the community because she doesn't have a Mickey button. And I also had to get in touch with my osteopath, because of course I had an osteo appointment booked in for the 4th of June that I now then have to rearrange. And then I kind of figured I needed to sit down and record this vlog. So here I am recording this vlog. Fingers crossed, or as I'm Swedish, we're holding thumbs. We don't cross fingers, we hold thumbs in Sweden. So I'm holding my thumbs that nothing's going to happen to change any of this, and she's going to have her surgery on the 4th, and it's all going to be straightforward. And then we can start thinking about subsequent steps to get blended diet supported in the community. And I'm so happy, I'm so relieved. I really am. I said I was going to show you Mickey buttons, a little bit more about them. I don't have the right syringe for blowing or filling the balloon up with water, which is a real shame, because I wanted to show you that. There you can see 3 different sized Mickey balloon buttons. So you have this one here is a 12 FR, that's a 14 FR, and that's a 16 FR, and this is the size Elin's gonna get. And then that part there is the balloon. You push water through that and the water expands the balloon. So it's not blown up with air, it's blown up with water. And then here, that's where you attach the feeding extension. Thank you for watching. I will update you again as soon as I have more news about all of this. It's been great having you along. See you soon. Bye.